Hey, yo, hey, I'm Annette here at Word on the Curb, and I'd like to thank you for joining me this afternoon. This is a quick one because I am sailing. Welcome back, friends, best friend, family. Welcome back to Word on the Curb. So, Word on the Curb today is about trust, right? And I'd like to thank my producers. I'm Annette. I'm the host here at Word on the Curb. I'd like to thank my producers, Frank and Christina Sasso. Hey guys, thanks for believing in me and encouraging me to keep going. It means a lot. New Pod City, Trenton Waves. That's where we are. And so, trust. Let's talk about it a little bit because I don't care where you are, what you do, how you do it, how great you are, how great you're not. Eventually, someone will break your trust. It could be family, children, kids, uh, employers, people. People break trust, right? That happens. And here's what I want you to know. This is my experience, strength, and hope. What doesn't apply, please let it fly. When my trust is broken, and it has been on more than one occasion, more than I'd like to talk about and or admit, but it's been broken several times. Here's what I learned. The first thing is I lean in, right? This is a self management moment, baby. It's time for me to take a look at myself and see when, if, or how I played a role in it. It's the first thing I do. Next thing I do is check the mirror. Like, where am I at? What am I doing? What made somebody so comfortable to think that they could break my trust and it would be okay? Because trust isn't easily given. And when it's given, it's typically to somebody that you care about, or that you know, that you believe in, that you're working with, that you're in business with. It's typically in those situations, and especially it is with family, right? But trust can be broken at any time. And here's the real deal for me. What I learned is take a look at the net first, inside out, because sometimes we convey to people that um, how they treat us isn't important. And so, for any of you out there who have ever misunderstood or mismanaged trust with me, it's not okay. I make that abundantly clear. And again, this is what works for me. It may not work for you, it's not mandatory. This is just my life experience. You know, I've interned at life for quite a bit. And I've dealt with people that I trusted that did betray my trust in ways that were unimaginable to me before it happened. But here's what I want you to know: pay attention to those red flags. If they're betraying everybody else, if they're talking about everybody else, eventually they're going to betray you and talk about you too. They are going to share your business the same way they share everybody else's. I want you to remember that. It's important because this is how we get caught up. This is why it's so painful. We're trusting people, but I want you to know that people who gossip regularly about others are going to gossip about you. Family, friends, or foe, I don't care who they are. And when they betray other people's trust by telling their business or sharing things that don't concern them, they're going to do it for you too, eventually. That's right. So pay attention, heads up. This is my experience. There were always red flags on the field. But when you care about people, you tend to ignore them. That's a fact. Don't believe me? Check it out. I always encourage you to do your own homework. But what I want you to know is when you lean in, when you self manage, when you take a look at yourself and that's complete, and you identify again where, how, when, or if you played a role, here's the next thing I want you to do, because this is going to make all the difference in the world. Take your power back. That's right. Take your power back because you gave it to them. You gave it to them in trusting them. You gave it to them in believing in them. You gave it to them in working with them. And you gave it to them by letting things slide. You know, those things, red flags, letting them slide because you saw them in action. I don't think there's ever been a time when I didn't see somebody in action And then they turned around and betrayed me. I don't think there's ever been a time. There was never a time when I was in a situation that I was totally shocked. Now, was I hurt when it happened? Of course. Was I shocked? Maybe not so much. So pay attention, right? Lean in, self manage, do a mirror moment, identify what happened and how it happened, and then take your power back. Stop trusting them, stop believing in them. If you have to work with them, set clear, defined boundaries. Don't allow people to fool you twice. That's right. Here recently, I had an experience with somebody I've known over 30, 40 years. Was it hurtful? Of course it was. Was it the end of the world? No. Will I trust them again? Absolutely not. And I won't let those red flags slide anymore. Today it was me. Tomorrow it'll be you. Pay attention. And sometimes people don't intentionally betray you. But when they do, and you care enough to fix it, communicate clearly where you are, what happened, and how it made you feel without accusing them. Just talk about you. That's worked for me. This last situation, I don't care enough to fix it. I know they'll be okay because next time it'll be somebody else. That's just how they roll. Hey, I'm Annette here at Word on the Curve. Mind your business, hydrate, eat fruit, moisturize your feet, hands, and face. All of those things make a difference at the end of the day. I am here surrounded by some beautiful art. I'm going to take a tour and I'm going to wish you the best today. Have a great day and remember, take your power back. Word on the Curve here. Wednesdays at 2:15 are our summer hours. Enjoy yours.